Woman having mental breakdown makes a drawing that exposes the cause. Thanks to developments in modern medicine, we can live healthier, longer lives than ever before. But that doesn't mean medical professionals are perfect. Even the most skilled physicians and nurses can improperly diagnose a condition. If that happens, the consequences can be grave. When Susanna Callahan was hospitalized for insanity, she had no idea she was about to face the fight of her life. At just 24 years old, Susanna began to suffer from a condition very different than what her doctors believed it to be. That was when an uphill battle to prove that they were wrong began. In 2009, Susanna Callahan was a happy, healthy young woman. 6 months into her first serious relationship and with a job at the New York Post, her future was anything but dim. Unfortunately, all of Susanna's promising days ahead were put at risk when she suddenly began to experience a random series of strange sensations throughout her body. When she suspected bedbugs might be the cause, she called an exterminator. However, the possibility of creepy-crawly creatures causing her health woes was quickly ruled out when the exterminator found no evidence of them. Over time, Susanna started to experience more paranoia, hallucinations, and seizures so severe that it eventually got to the point where she was unable to work. She was lethargic and in serious distress. Susanna had no choice but to be admitted to the New York University Hospital. Even then, it wasn't long before she began acting out, eventually becoming violent with the staff. Susanna would later compare this period of her life to something out of a zombie movie. She wasn't acting like herself and was frequently aggressive towards everyone. Even her friends and family felt threatened. Judging from her highly uncharacteristic behavior, Susanna's doctors believed that she was on the verge of a mental breakdown. They eventually suggested that she should be transferred to a psychiatric facility, but before she could leave, one man made an unusual suggestion. Dr. Suhail Najjar decided to take a deeper look into Susanna's condition. As much as this seemed to be a mental issue, he wasn't convinced that the cause was as straightforward as a nervous breakdown. That was when Dr. Najjar asked Susanna to perform a simple task, one that would test and change everything. All Susanna had to do was draw a clock. As strange as it was, from the moment she put the pen to the paper, Dr. Najjar's suspicions were confirmed. Susanna's troubling turn towards insanity was not born only out of her mind, but also her body. It turns out she had a rare disease that was now affecting her mental faculties in some very serious ways. The clock that Susanna drew in front of the doctor showed all of the numbers on the right-hand side, while the rest of it remained blank. Apparently, this was a clear indicator of brain damage. Soon after the drawing, Dr. Najjar diagnosed Susanna with anti-NMDA receptor encephalitis, a rare condition that causes the immune system antibodies to attack the brain. If this condition had been left untreated for much longer, Susanna could have faced a devastating illness or even death. Dr. Najjar ultimately saved her life. Thankfully, Susanna received the life-saving treatment that she so desperately needed as soon as possible. In a stroke of miraculous luck, she was completely cured after spending just 1 month in the hospital. Once fully recovered, Susanna wrote a book detailing her experience with the hopes of it helping others with similar symptoms. Published in 2012, Brain on Fire was even adapted to a film in 2016, starring Chloe Grace Moretz as Susanna. Today, Susanna continues to share her story by speaking publicly about her experience with this illness. Her openness might save the lives of others suffering with untreated brain trauma. Susanna is well aware of how fortunate she is to have been able to resume a relatively normal life. She is not one of the 15% who recover but suffer severe cognitive deficits, or even the 20% who suffer mild ones. The experience has, of course, changed her, though she's not exactly sure how. Her method of communication served as a word of warning for trauma victims everywhere.